So let's come back to you. You recently held African Indigenous Language Film Festival.
Yeah.
So tell us about it. What was your objective?
Well, in the last 5 years or more, a bit more,
Okay.
I've been telling our colleagues that our industry is a very dynamic one. That I see the future, and the future of the industry is going to be in indigenous language movie genre. So I ask a lot of them, let's begin to move attention into that area. Because before now, when Naira still has its value, when you budget 10 million for a movie, for an English-speaking movie, when they ask you, bring 1 million to do indigenous language, maybe Yoruba or Igbo film, you say, 1 million, what for?
What's for? It's too much.
Is it not local? So we don't pay more credence, or we don't give it much attention. But then, on the various social media platforms I keep telling them that, look at that. But today, we are all seeing it with the Ageshikoles,
yes, Jagun,
with Jagun,
Orisha.
And all those,
Yes.
see what is happening now because of originality. One, Hollywood, they say, have exhausted all their stories. So what they are looking at now, they are looking into Africa.
Into Africa, right.
They are not just coming for slave trade again. They are not coming just to explore your oil. They are coming to take your story.
Yes.
And the sad thing is that they are not going to take that story and produce it so that you can gain benefit from it. They are going to take the story. One, they will kill your history because they will tell the story in their own way.
Exactly.
They are going to use their own people. So your artists, your cast, your crew here in Nigeria, your local cast and crew are not benefiting from it. So from government is not benefiting from the tax. They'll go there, they will recreate, if it's Imobhio they want to create, let's say in Tinsola part, sort of. They will use technology, take and give what looks like, what they think Imobhio should be like.
Their own picture.
Yeah, their own picture.
Yes.
They will put it in their set designers will do all that. And so that's the danger. But then, if you are doing your movie in indigenous language, let them come and take the story and go and produce Obojo and let's see who is going to speak the Yoruba then. Or let them go and pick the local Igbo district. Let's speak who is speak the Igbo or Hausa or Inesa or in any other language. So that one, the language helps you to retain not just your culture, it helps you to retain, helps you to preserve,
yes,
and helps you to project your culture. The people who know who you are, they will know the sound of your language. Because I tell them, I say, but for it to gain more reach, it should be in English. I say, what English? They don't understand your English. You don't know we have Nigerian English. You begin to hear, even if you watch some of these magic thing, some of the language one, you will hear, you see some funny subtitling. Because that's why in our festival we did a workshop on subtitling, apart from some other workshop on cameras and others. Maybe Ayenilo Anto, what go people follow? You'll see a lot of such. I don't know, sometimes when I want to laugh, you just put some of those things.
But I feel there should be an association
it's so
for that.
distractive. Maybe it would have been better if I don't speak Yoruba. But because I know the language, and I know, like we were told during the workshop, don't interpret what they are saying. The words
being said.
Interpret the meaning.
Meaning, exactly.
For instance, one could say in Yoruba, Bí ara bá rọ ni ìwà ìbàjẹ́ là ń wò. Then you now see somebody who calls himself a translator or subtitler. If somebody is comfortable, yes, he'll be doing bad things.
Okay.
Somebody who have no orientation of Yoruba language in any form is watching a movie and somebody say, if one is comfortable, we do things as we like. And for the person is cut off. He doesn't understand. And It depends on the context, because even subtitling is contextual. It could just be, what they're trying to say is that power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely.
Yes.
You understand? So you think of translating the meaning and not
The
what
way
the words.
Yes.
Otherwise, most of them, it will end up as transliteration. So this is one thing that we think, like I was saying, the indigenous language movie will help you retain your language. We help you preserve your language,
yes.
because most of the language are going extinct. So the only medium that will keep it in electronics format is not just going to save it, but the context in which that language is used, you will also be able to view it. So that is why I said, I think the way to go is for us, if we are going to live long or stay long in this industry, we have to start going back to our roots, tell our story our own way, in our own words, in our own language, and project it to the outer world. So today we have, the world has gone digital. And digital is always like a two-way pipe. It's bringing to you, you are taking to them. There's fear of acculturization. Today, the kind of things you don't hear of those days. Man marrying man, woman is falling in love with you. Some certain things that you don't even want to think of. They begin to despoil, as it were, your culture. So if you are not strong on your own culture, coming up strongly with it, but thank God for the digital this thing, it has no boundary now. I'm sure abroad, in the US, in the UK, somebody wants to view Galaxy, maybe just log on, they will be watching it live. So if you now begin to push, then your children say, we are Africans, we are Nigerians, we are Yorubas, or we are Igbos, or we are Asans. They begin to watch, you project more of your language movie to them. Let them, encourage them. They begin to like it, they begin to hear the feel and the sound of your language. Even if you don't speak it to them, they can pick language, how to speak a particular language, by watching movies constantly. They know the context in which to use that language. They know how it sounds and all that. I hope I'm not talking too much.
No,
just passionate about this, our indigenous language thing.
Very
because
important.
I think it's the way forward for us. To keep our spirituality,
to preserve it.
To preserve our morals, to preserve our culture, our traditions. These days, when you go for, like maybe from our side, you go home, that they are doing maybe a cousin's son or a brother's son or sister's son is wedding, I always notice that there's this argument. They will say, oh no, this is not how we do it. Some will say, oh, that's not how we do it. Because they have not been preserved. But if we begin to research into those things, and you do it, everybody will know this is the culture.
This is way, we know
so
this
that's another advantage.
So talking about preserving our culture, our languages, what is the role of the government? What are they doing about it?
Well, there are various bodies that is charged with such responsibility. The likes of the NICO, Institute of Cultural Orientation. I wish some of these people will live up to their expectations. The National Council for Arts and Culture. I wish they would do what they are there for. You have a lot of government bodies, but sometimes you begin to wonder, because some of them were invited for our African Indigenous Language Film Festival, some didn't even show up. Thank God for the likes of Nigerian Broadcasting Commission with their leader, Nabalare Beilela. His demand is very cooperative with the industry. He supports the industry in every means. If the other agencies of government can do same, I think we'll go far. So that's just the challenge. Some of them, I doubt if they know why they are where they are occupying the place.
So why are they there in the first place if you don't know what?
I think, so, you know, Nigeria, everything is politics. So you might just say, okay, he's my party member, let him feel that this thing. So I don't have anything against people putting their party members But I'm sure some of your you have party members who have the prerequisites or the qualification to be in some places. So why not keep those ones there?
Okay, so if the people that are to represent the government to help us to enhance our culture, to help us promote and preserve what we have, if we feel that they are there but they don't know why they are there, how can the private sectors or sections come into the industry to enhance what we have?
You see, in our last edition of our festival, apart from getting a venue from the Nigerian Film Corporation that I used, it's just because of that I won't say I didn't get anything. Otherwise, I didn't get any other support. It's the private sector you are going to, those who knows what they are doing. Because again, it's not just to tell people come and support this. What are you giving? What value are you giving them? So, but what the company we brought, they saw that they are going to have a value because they deal on cameras. I won't call their name here because they didn't pay for this advert. Yes. So, but they came, they gave all the necessary support for the festival. And in return, they also had the stakeholders interact with them. I think those who are going to patronize them, and at least they know that they're. And again, they should also see it, some of them, even banks and others, as a CSR. It's a corporate social responsibility. Giving back to the society. From these same people, they bank their money in your bank. From these same people, they insure their equipment with you as an insurance firm. And so, it's not only to go to motherless baby, because when they talk about CSR, I think that's yes, it's good to support motherless baby, but there are so many other ways. A lot of fatherless men are motherless people in our industry now. Every time you read that, oh, somebody has this one disorder, one health condition, they are donating money. You won't have reason to do all that if you support the industry at the right time. I think this industry, like I was discussing with a colleague yesterday, I said it's like a calling. If it's for the money, a lot of us will not be there. But, you know, God will just put that in somebody that you ought to do this one for humanity. So they should also view it as such. That these people, because it's only, you know, some people are saying they are doing 8 to 5. In our industry, we don't have 8 to 5.
Yes. No closing time.
No closing time.
Sure.
You may finish a shoot around 1 a.m. That won't stop you for attending the 7 a.m. call time the next morning.
True.
You may finish around 3 a.m. because you're always on the edge. You are the one that takes all risk. You are the one out there, your camera area boys will come.
Yes.
They will challenge you. They will ask you to pay some amount. If you are not paying. And the Lagos State Census Board, they said they have police. You can take with them. And I'm thinking, I was telling my friend that maybe I should go and get the police. He said, oh, but don't waste your money. He said, because the police, will, when they come, will tell you, go and settle with them.
True.
The police will ask you to go and settle with the airport. So the whole thing is just, but for the love of it, we are still in it. There. And I know, by the grace of God, one day, that light, everybody is saying that it's at the end of the tunnel. I think we all live long enough to see it.
Okay, so we would